I, Timothy F. Geithner.
I, Timothy F. Geithner.
It was widely expected that Timothy Geithner would be confirmed as the new Treasury Secretary. As a key economic policy official in the Obama administration, he will be responsible for financial rescue efforts and tax policy. He will also have to deal with rising unemployment, a worsening credit crisis, and deepening recession. Republican Senator Orrin Hatch from Utah voted for the new Treasury Secretary.
I just have to tell you, as you resume work on solving our thorniest financial problems, we send with you our best wishes, even as we recall your pledge to give it your all, because we're going to need everything you have.
Geithner will be in charge of the Internal Revenue Service, the U.S. government agency responsible for tax collection and tax law enforcement. Last week, he apologized to the Senate Finance Committee for failing to initially pay $34,000 in overdue taxes, but he said he was fully paid up.
These were careless mistakes. They were avoidable mistakes, but they were unintentional. I should have been more careful.
The White House said Monday President Obama believes Geithner has made amends for his tax mistakes by paying everything he owes. It was Geithner's tax problems that made some senators wary of the appointment. Republicans were especially skeptical, including Senator Sexby Chambliss from Georgia. He says even though Geithner is well qualified, he voted against him.
With the authority over the Internal Revenue Service, payment of necessary taxes in the required time parameters is essential. I've listened to some of my colleagues who have indicated that but for these extraordinary economic times, they would find Mr. Geithner's mistakes as disqualifying of his nomination.
Geithner spent several years as chief executive officer of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. He spent 13 years at the U.S. Treasury Department. Afterwards, he worked for the International Monetary Fund in Washington as Director of Policy Development. The new Treasury Secretary spent much of his childhood abroad and has lived in East Africa, India, Thailand, China, and Japan. Deborah Block, VOA News, Washington.